The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Ford Brothers Auction, Kentucky Orthodontics and Invisalign, La Rosa's Pizza, Mingy Beef Jerky, Panel Swim Shop, Prep Spin, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.
Hello, welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report. Gary Ball with you here on the Scholastic Ball Report. Want to thank Prep Spin for all they do on the show this year. And on the show today, here's what we got for you in this 30 minutes of high school sports. We got Eddie James. He's the great coach out at Franklin County High School. They're having a terrific season. They did lose to Louisville Central, but Louisville Central is one of the top teams in the state. He's got two Mr. Football candidates, and of course Fred Ferrier and also Nick Broyles, his outstanding quarterback. They're all on the show today. We'll talk with them, and we got another feature from WKYT. The feature's on the undefeated Sayre Spartans out there under Chad Pennington. He's going to tell us about that great season they're having at Sayre High School. And our scholar athletes, they're from Somerset High School. We've got, of course, Cade Grundy and the Kyron Sharon, the football quarterback out there at Somerset High School, the home of the Briar Jumpers. Also, we've got another Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week as we head down to Nicholasville, Kentucky. William Moorfield's Nick of the Woods, a king of stream, head down to his hometown at Nicholasville. And also, Laurie Blunk is in from UK Sports Medicine. She's going to keep us in the game. All that's coming up on the show, but got the best highlights in the state of Kentucky right here. It's game time at WKYT with Brian and Lee K.
All right, Brian.
Yeah.
Bryan Station continues its unexpected resurgence this season, looking for their seventh straight win tonight as the defenders went to Dunbar. This team has been unreal. Now, the Bulldogs just 3-1 on the year thanks to COVID. And after Bryan Station scored on its first possession, Dunbar had the answer. Jake Smith to Frank Alunga in stride, 42-yard touchdown, game tied at 7. Later in the quarter, Station knocking on the door. Joseph Bond is on a secret mission, low to the ground and through the legs of his defender for the score. Bryan Station back in front, but not for long. Smith rolls right, throws back across his body. That's Howard Jackson, 2 last names, 6 points, 19-yard touchdown. Great last name, I might mention. Back at a 14 tie, and then this game is going back and forth. Here comes Bond again.
Scores all the time.
Joseph Bond. He had 3 scores tonight, and Bryan Station prevails, 35-28 the final.
And welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report. Gary Ball, and our team of the week is brought to you by Roberts Insurance. They're out in Richmond, Kentucky. They're on Main Street. They insure 3/4 of this great state of Kentucky. With us is Coach James and the Franklin County Flyers. And Coach, welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report. You've been on with us a couple of times and always enjoy talking to you.
Thanks for having us, Gary. We appreciate you having us on.
Coach, what's it been like coaching this edition of the Franklin County Flyers? You got a talented bunch, very talented group, but you're going through a worldwide pandemic this year in 2020.
It's just different, man. My kids know me. They know I like to have a plan for everything, and you just can't do that right now. We joke that teams are just kind of freelance and they're having fun right now because it's just week to week. But our kids have done a good job, man. We always talk about how can you respond to adversity and things that you can't control. And we've had a lot of things we can't control, and every single time they've answered the bell, and we're proud of them for that.
And what are these two players in with us? What have they meant to the Franklin County Flyers, not only this year, but throughout their careers?
You know, to me, coming in, they were freshmen my first year here. It's been amazing to watch them and their classmates grow. But those two especially, they're going to leave a lasting impact on the culture of Franklin County long after they're gone. They've, our first year we were 5-6, and the last 2 years we've had double-digit win seasons, and we felt like we've had a chance at the end because of guys like them. Not just their playing ability, but their character and their leadership and the things they do for us off the field. Both of them are great students, great teammates, great in the community, and that's what we look for here.
Nick, you're the quarterback on the football team, have been since really your freshman season out there at Franklin County. You're also the top statistical passer in the state of Kentucky right now, so congratulations for that.
Thank
Let me,
you.
what do you attribute this to? Your passing ability? Is it can you improve on that? You think?
I think I can improve on it, but there's a lot that goes into it. Hard work. We got a new coach, a new quarterback coach, Coach Barrett Sanderson. He's done really great. Just extra film work, the receivers, extra work outside of practice, just working on our routes, just all that, just extra work.
Fred, I enjoy watching you a pass receive out there at Franklin County. I saw you guys last year on prep spin. You're really fast and really
Yeah.
good. But let's ask you, what is the chemistry like between you and Nick? There is that must really help you.
What's your chemistry like with Nick?
Uh, we spend a lot of time outside the football facility on our own, and so we know like if we want to be successful in the fall, we know that work has to be put in within the off season. So we take the initiative on our own to hey, what are you doing today? Nothing. Hey, let's go run some routes. And just building that bond, so we know by the time the fall season comes, we already got it. It's already clicked.
And Nick and Fred, this question's for both of you. What will you do the rest of the season, looking forward ahead with COVID and all that? What types of things will you work on and your entire football team?
Knowing that we're already late in the season, we know that we have to minimize our mistakes, and the room for error is shortened down now. So it's really just taking the time to study the mental part of the game instead of the physical. Like we know that we have to minimize our mistakes and really execute to perfection.
I feel we have to just keep striving to be the best that we can. Just keep working every day. Keep pushing the younger guys to make us better in practice, and just keep working outside of the field.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you being with us on the Scholastic Ball Report. You guys have had a great team the last several years there at Franklin County, and that's a tribute to you and those two young men next to you.
Thank you, Gary. We appreciate it.
That's the Franklin County Flyers football team, one of the top teams in the state of Kentucky. And now we're going to this feature from WKYT.
We knew when we started the program it would be a process, and we wanted to take it slow, but at the same time we wanted to work hard and see where we could be.
3 years after taking the head coaching job at Sayre, former Marshall star Chad Pennington has his Spartans rocking and rolling. A perfect 7-0 start in their first varsity season.
It's been special. I mean, before the season, we expected it to happen. So we built a brotherhood, we built a bond that we cultivated throughout the season.
Oh, it's amazing. You know, last year we were really close on a lot of games. We just couldn't pull through, and you know, we lost a lot of games last year just by inches and just by points. To be 7-0, we knew we could do it. We just had to keep working.
Cole Pennington is Chad's oldest son, and he slings the pigskin like his dad. Through 7 games, the junior has an offer from Marshall, and he's already thrown for over 1,600 yards with 24 total touchdowns.
Well, first I'm proud of his work ethic. I'm proud of how Cole's worked through the quarantine and through all the different challenges that all of these student athletes have been given. He's worked extremely hard. And now I've been really impressed with his field vision and how he sees the field, how he gets people the ball. He doesn't just focus in on one receiver.
6 Spartans have a touchdown catch this season, and they'll need to keep that up in the postseason. Sayre was supposed to make its playoff debut next year, but once Jenkins dropped its program, they snagged the 4 seed in District 7.
Oh, it's going to be awesome just going in that week knowing that we can compete in the playoffs and, you know, win something. Just be able to get that playoff taste for our seniors back there who've been here since day one is really special for them.
In Lexington, Alex Walker, WKYT.
And welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report. Our scholar athletes this week, they're from Somerset High School. They're the defending state champions. We're talking about the quarterback, Kaya Sharon, and we're talking about the wide receiver, Cade Grundy. Guys, welcome into the show. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Well, let's start with you, Kaya. 3.9 GPA. How do you keep your grades up with all this noise outside of football and everything?
Well, I just got to stay focused. I have to get my priorities straight. Other than football and school, I usually don't do much. So I have my priorities pretty in line. So football's my main, obviously, but my parents always keep me in check about my grades.
Cade, what about you? I know you're going to Louisville for baseball. You're a great baseball player. How does baseball help you with football, and how does football help you with baseball?
I mean, they're both team sports. I mean, you got to get together with everybody, get a good chemistry going with everybody. And like the same thing with basketball. See, Kai played basketball with us this year. He's not going to be able to this year since he's graduating early, but everything, you just got to have good team chemistry with everybody, especially with incoming freshmen and new faces on the team.
Somerset got the first football championship last year. You guys were a huge part of that. Has that carried over to 2020 for you guys? Either one of
Yeah,
you.
you can.
No, not really. We know we have to like kind of close that out because we know what we did last year. Obviously, what we did was obviously phenomenal. Nobody really does that, but we just got to clear our mind and just play for this year.
Kate, making that decision to go to Louisville, Kaya made the decision to go to Kentucky. You guys are opposite spectrums there. One's red, one's blue. So how has that affected, if at all, your guys' chemistry this year, maybe beyond?
Not at all. I mean, I committed at 14. It was probably kind of an impulse decision. I mean, it's a great school, but I mean, me and Kaya have been playing together since 7th grade, playing anything and everything. He played baseball a little bit in middle school. So, I mean, we've been together for the past 5-6 years. So,
Yeah. Both of you, tell me who are some of your favorite high school teachers there at Somerset, and what have they really, inspired you to do academically?
My mom's
yeah.
a school teacher, so she's probably one of my favorite. And then Mr. Blankenship, he's our language arts teacher, and he does like dual credit with UK. So I'm in like a dual credit language arts class, so I get college credits. So whenever I go early, I'll actually be pretty much where I'm supposed to be.
Right.
So he helps me along the way, and he's a really good teacher. He's all about the kids, and that's what teachers are supposed to be.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm in that same class with Kaya there. This is the first year I've had Mr. Blankenship. I'm virtual now, so I don't really get to be in class with him, but I'm on Zoom calls with him 3 times a week. And he's got a good attitude for everybody. I mean, he helps everything. We can email him any time of the day, and he'll help us with our assignments or whatever. So.
Well, tell us something that nobody knows about you guys individually, and what you'll carry on with you to college.
Well, some people know, but I've actually torn my ACL twice, so I've had to battle through a lot, and not just in sports, but like as a human to push through and just to make it where I am.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, I really don't know. I mean, I have to try to live up to my dad's expectations. He played professional baseball, and I want to get to that same peak in my career. But until then, I mean, I'm going to try my best to get there. So.
Yeah. Well, good luck to both of you. Thanks for being our scholar athletes. And Crown Trophy, they're out they're on Nicholasville Road in Lexington. They'll get a plaque out to you. Both will get a plaque for being our scholar athletes of the week. And thank you for that. Keep up the good work there at Somerset High School.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's our scholar athletes. Now we're going to the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
The Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the game comes in the LCA Pikeville game. LCA on the drive. Drew Nevis looking for Chance McGahee. And check out this ball as it is tipped by McGahee, and then somehow he comes down with it for the touchdown. Certainly worth another look. That one made the score 14-6. LCA would tack on 21 more points, and they finish off with a 35-13 win.
And welcome back into the UK Sports Medicine Orthopedic Surgery segment. With us today is the one and only Laurie Blunk. How you doing, Laurie?
I'm doing good. How are you, Gary?
I'm good. I'm real good. We're going to talk about cupping today. What is cupping?
So cupping is a form of manual therapy that we like to use. I like to explain it to people as being similar to massage. So whereas massage, we kind of push into the skin, kind of trying to loosen up any tightness and knots that you may have in there, increase blood flow. Cupping is the exact same thing, only in reverse. So instead of pushing into the skin, we're kind of using suction and pulling out of the skin. So to kind of show you what I'm talking about with that, I'll demonstrate on my arm real quick so you guys can kind of see here the camera. So you just kind of pull some suction out. We're pulling air out here. And I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but the skin underneath the cup starts to get pretty red along with it. So we're increasing that blood flow to the area, which is important to just kind of aid in healing. Blood is good. It brings nutrients to areas that are injured and sore.
And what is cupping? What's it usually treat? What is it usually treated for?
So I like to use cupping a lot with my athletes that are just kind of sore, whether it be from starting up training again or lifting for the first time in a while. It just kind of helps them speed up kind of the healing and recovery process. I have some throwers that swear by it after they throw for a while. Runners who feel like cupping prior to warming up and stretching kind of helps them get a little bit better stretch as well.
And I got to ask you an important question. Is it safe?
So in general, cupping is safe. Cupping got pretty popular around the 2016 Olympics with Michael Phelps. Everybody kind of remembers those big circle bruises that he had like along his back and his shoulders. That's one of the biggest side effects of cupping is those marks that it'll leave. Those marks aren't always going to be there. If we move the cup, it's more like massage and it doesn't leave those big circles. You may have some discoloration there, but that'll typically go away in about 7 to 10 days on its own. But in general, cupping is safe if done correctly.
You guys always give us such good topics and information here on the show, and we really appreciate it. And it's always good talking to you, Laurie. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Gary.
That's Laurie Blunk. She's with UK Sports Medicine, Orthopedic Surgery. They will flat keep you in the game there. And now we're going to these final highlights, and these highlights brought to you by Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
John Hines and Pulaski County Maroons, they've won 6 straight, looking for lucky number 7 at Tates Creek tonight. In the first, Commodores back to punt. It is blocked by the Maroons. Jericho Dixon scoop and score. Pulaski County takes a 7-6 lead. Easiest touchdown he'll find all season. Tates Creek had that ground game going in the first half. Keyshawn Douthit takes the handoff. He's going to go down that far sideline, in for 6, and watch the dance move. Speaking of dance moves, that's good. I wish I could do that. 13-7, Doors back in front, but move ahead just before the half. Tates Creek having some trouble with their punting tonight. The fumbled snap, and Leighton Abbott recovers the fumble for the Maroons, and that sets up an easy 1-yard touchdown by Barrick Williams. Second half, all Pulaski County. They win 42-19.
Every week on the Scholastic Ball Report, we'll highlight high school athletes throughout the state of Kentucky and Central Kentucky. So if you want your athlete on the show, just email me at ballg@windstream.net. We'll get them on the show. All you student athletes, athletic directors, coaches, parents, nominate your kid because they'll be on the Scholastic Ball Report coming up in the weeks to come. And catch us every Sunday right here on the CW. As always, on the Scholastic Ball Report, for those you see and you don't see, keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by UK Sports Medicine and by Central Bank, Crown Trophy, Double Dogs, Ford Brothers Auction, Kentucky Orthodontics and Invisalign, La Rosa's Pizza, Mingy Beef Jerky, Panel Swim Shop, Prep Spin, P-Rats, Rafferty's, Raising Cane's, Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, and by Whitaker Bank.